the Giants, with their chance finally to sweep a team, and had every opportunity to do so with a big lead in the ninth. And we talk about unbelievable wins. This was an unbelievable loss.
Oh, hello there. Welcome into the morning roast on this. Well, it's Thursday, August 27th. I don't know how fabulous it could be after that one yesterday. That one just sucked. Oh, my God. Unbelievable is a good word for it, but I don't know, is it unbelievable when we've literally watched losses like that all year long? But then again, blowing a 6-run lead in the ninth inning, something that the Giants have never, ever in their 143-year history, dating back to their New York Gotham days, have the Giants ever done that? That is not the kind of history you'll want to be making, and that is what they did yesterday. Good morning, everybody. As I said, it is the Morning Roast. Sam Lubman filling in for Joe Spinoni over the next couple days, alongside, of course, Joe the Butcher Boy Shasky, Victor Harris, Chase Cork in the back, pressing all the buttons, keeping us on the air. And yeah, Joe, that wasn't really fun yesterday. Or maybe it was if you're of that kind of mind right now, because how could you not be of that kind of mind at this point in this Giants season?
What a poetic way to lose the game. You know, you have your first opportunity all year to get a sweep. It's a Logan Webb game. He hands you the ball, I'm talking about the bullpen, with an opportunity to give him a win again, and your chance to get your first sweep all year. You're thousands of games under 500. You knock in a bunch of runs in the bottom of the eighth to extend the lead 9-3. And you blow that game with 3 outs to go? 9-3.
It's almost like, you almost think they were like dared to do it. Like, I dare you to blow this lead. Okay, bet. And then, oh, wow, you guys did that.
I'm going to give you an analogy this morning. I don't even know if we should even talk about that specific game. I've never seen anything like that. Walks, wild pitches, grand slams, throwaways. I mean, in the broadcasting. I mean, I love
by
them
that
both.
time, the Red Sox ain't lead yet.
On a night game, that ball doesn't get out. Oh, come on, please. It's not a night game.
What can you even say at this point? If you're Kruk and Kai, you're at the bottom of the barrel of what you could say at this point.
Okay, I want to ask you guys this, and I'm being dead serious, and I want to go through it today. What era was worse? Clearly, the Warriors during the dark times from about 94-ish through, we believe.
The days of suck, as I call them.
It's as low as you can go. Okay? That is on the, to use Dibbs's Mount Rushmore of Loserville.
That's a good one.
All right? So let's just remove that, because that's about as low as you can go.
And that was really that was like first 14 years of my life.
I always laugh and I chuckle when I hear young guys like Chase or you, Sam, or Victor, go, oh, the Chip Kelly and Tom Sula 49ers was a couple of years. Relax. It's a couple of years.
It was 2 years, but it felt like 3.
Yeah. Well, how about the Dennis Erickson 49ers? You guys have no idea. You guys could not have lasted during Dennis Erickson, followed up by Mike Fake Suit Nolan, followed up by Mike Singletary. Okay? Those were some bad teams. Dare I say, we are watching right now Giants baseball from 2017 through right now, I would argue, is as bad, if not worse, than Dennis Erickson through Mike Singletary. That was 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 2010.
So 7 seasons.
That is, like, and you talk to guys my age and older, those were as bad as any professional sports organization in terms of just a nightmare. I could run through some of these offensive coordinators, some of these defensive coordinators. That's his best. I would argue Giants baseball right now is as low, if not worse, than that era of 49er football, which I believe to be some of the worst football I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, Joe, right now, you and I were not around for this time, but this feels like what I imagine 1970s Giants baseball was like, except the ballpark's a little bit nicer. But that was probably the worst stretch of Giants baseball during the San Francisco era, was that 70s era. It started obviously after 1971, and lasted until the mid-60s, into the mid-80s, obviously, and it crescendo with that 100-loss season in 1985. So I imagine this was like we were going on 10 years now of dismal Giants baseball.
But Sam, only one team would make the playoffs from the NL West. It was just a huge division. So like it was even...
It amplifies what we're going through right now. And again,
everyone makes the playoffs.
Like one playoff appearance since the 2016 election.
Yes.
And it was a year that we don't even like to talk about. But you bring up that Niners run there, that 7-year span for the Niners where like every game you went in thinking, hey, I wonder how badly they're going to lose. I very much remember, I mean, especially the Mike Nolan era. But I honestly, Joe, I might call you and then I'll raise you everything the Raiders did after that Super Bowl to when they left Oakland. That was about as dismal and as miserable as it can possibly get. And that was just straight up, about 20 years almost of just, not 20, or 16 years of just kicks to the face every single year of just being an absolute doormat. I'll be honest, Joe, there were times growing up as a Raider fans where I looked up across the bay what the Niners were doing, putting together a 7-win season under Mike Nolan. I'm like, oh, man, that looks pretty nice.
Do you know what the Niners record was from 2004 to 2010?
Probably really bad.
39-61. It's 100 games exactly. 39-61. That's a 39% win streak in the NFL. We're the Arizona Cardinals in your division.
That's true. Yeah, AFC was slightly smidge better in that time, but
you know this Giants team can hit a little, right?
Yeah.
Let me just read you. This is that era of football for the Niners. 2004, dead last on defense, second to last in offense. The very next year, hey, we jumped up. We're 30th in defense and 30th in offense. 06, we're dead last in defense. Hey, we're 25th in offense. That's the highest they would go for a long time. 2007, hey, we've improved on defense. We're 21st. We are dead last in offense. 2008, dead last in defense. 26th in offense. 2009, we're the 4th best defense in the NFL. We've got Mike Singletary. We're building something, but we've got the 20th ranked offense. The very next year, they go back down to the mid-20s in both. They were as bad as you can be on both sides of the ball for 7 straight years.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm just that whole decade, Joe, basically from 2002 to 2010. We just had bad football here in the Bay Area, too. Because, again, you want to play that game. I mean, Raiders, offensive ranks, in yards per game, 25, 17, 21, 32, 25, 29, 31. Spiked to 10 in 2010 because they had those 2 years under Hugh Jackson and Tom Cable where everything was kind of nice. 9th, and then it all falls apart. 18, 23, 32, 24. Had that magical season 2016. And then that magical season 2016, you get rewarded by watching your team walk out the door. This is a weird way to start off the show of talk about who had the more miserable football team, but like this is what the Giants are competing with right now.
Well, that's where I want to go. So like the Niners and the Raiders of that time were awful on both sides of the ball, right? Yeah. What was the hallmark for both teams? Shane Leckler and Andy Lee, the punters.
Well, no, there's Marcel Reese, the fullback that everyone really liked.
Just stop it. Right now, since 2017, what the hell have the Giants done well?
The one season that no one likes to talk about. Oh, overall, you mean? Oh, absolutely
nothing. Piss off their fan base?
Oh, yeah, they've done.
Like, what do they do well?
They've really peaked with that this year.
Do they pitch well? No, guys, let's seriously think about this. Have they pitched well since 2017? Just think about the Niners and the Raiders on offense and defense. They did nothing well. What do the Giants do well? They don't play defense well. They've got arguably the worst defensive shortstop in the game, okay? They have not been able to find a catcher except for maybe a couple of years of Pat Bailey, and the guy couldn't hit a lick. Do they hit well? I mean, we're out here, guys are doing, and look, he's having a decent little run here. We're out here throwing ticker-taker parades for Rafi Devers.
He's going to hit 30 again.
Meaningless home run after meaningless home run, which, look, it's great. I'm not trying to blame him. We should be celebrating him because he is hitting. One guy's hitting well.
Yeah.
One guy's hitting well.
You could really twist it into a positive and be like, oh, most guys check out this time of year. And again, like,
they have one good pitcher. They have one good pitcher during that time. His name is Logan Webb.
And they're wasting him.
They've got one decent hitter in Rafi Devers. They're wasting him as well. What else do? They don't run the bases well. They don't play defense well. I'm just saying, like, last 10 years. I'm dead. Like, think about this. They turn guys over left and right. You felt a little good about Elliot Ramos for about 2 seconds, And then now what?
Yeah, 2.5 seconds. Yeah, no, and now he's tripping over himself with the Yankees with his unbuttoned jersey.
And look, I'm not here to say that Tony Vitello is the answer, is the reason they suck or whatever. It feels very Dennis Erickson, Mike Singletary, Mike Nolan-like, where it doesn't matter who's on the sidelines, because right now, the whole thing is rotten.
Yeah. No, and this is, you brought this up a few weeks ago. They're getting into like Jets territory, Raiders territory,
yes,
Kings territory. That's a team, honestly, we should have brought up in terms of misery, is the Sacramento Kings from 2007 to wherever we're at right now in history. If you want to talk about miserable runs here, that is who the Giants are keeping company with. This once just truly proud organization that 15 years ago looked like the model of how you want to do things in the Bay Area. Then the Warriors obviously follow in that suit. The Giants, there was a time where it seemed like they could never do any wrong. They pressed all the right buttons. They had the engagement with the fans. You were proud to be a Giants fan. And this city and this team, they buzz together and they hum together.
Sure.
And then, Joe, it's just such a sad state of affairs to where we're at right now. Yesterday happens. And, the day games for me, I kind of go in and out of them because that's during nap time, hashtag morning show life. So I'm coming in and out of that game, and I couldn't sleep in the 8th inning because Drew Gilbert hits what was, I thought, the kill shot. Like, that's what it was. Like, you did everything freaking right yesterday in that game. You moved up your ace to start a game. You guys identified this game. Meaningless overall, but we are competitors. We want a freaking sweep. We do not want to be on that list of 8 teams that have never had a sweep during a season. And they got, hit in the teeth a little bit early. They gave up the 1 run. Jonah Cox responds. Reds tie it up. Rafi Devers responds. They add a couple more runs. Andrew Kisner, oh my God, getting thrown out at home plate like that. Come on, Gary Pettis. You got to know that's your catcher there.
And how many times have you said that in the last 3 years? Player X getting thrown out at home.
Oh, they love getting thrown out on the bases. It's even they're still finding ways to screw up, but Shasky, they're still doing everything right. And then you get that kill shot in the 8th. Drew Gilbert coming off the bench, hitting a ball that would have been gone in every single ballpark. But hey, let's not worry about the fences today. And your thing going in the 9th inning is like, oh my God, this is it. I'm getting excited as if they're going to clinch a playoff berth, but they're not. They're going to clinch a sweep over the lowly Reds. This is where I'm at, Shasky. I am attributing emotions that I usually attribute to really big moments to this teeny, tiny, itty bitty little fraction of a moment.
You know what the Grand Slam was for me? The Grand Slam moment?
The cold realization of doom coming upon you?
No, it was the most predictable, ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I saw it coming a mile away. You know what it reminded me of?
A mile away is where that ball that Henry Rodriguez hit to start off that 9th inning. Honestly, Joe, that was free. When he hit that homer, it was like, oh my God, no, there's no way. I've been saying this way too much this week. There's no way. Even though there clearly very well is a way that they're going to screw this up.
The Niners were, I believe, like 1-7 or 2-6 or something. They went to Chicago in 2005. And it was one of these really...
Was that windy game?
Really windy game. And right before halftime, Mike Nolan decided he was going to kick a field goal with Joe Nedney. All right? And I remember watching this game going, oh, this is a horrible idea. They had the best special teams unit on the planet. Lance Briggs, Urlacher. I mean, they were unreal. Peanut Tillman. That Bears defense was vicious.
Mm-hmm. Took them to a Super Bowl the next year.
And they all played special teams. Poor Joe Nedney, who did not have a strong foot. And I love Joe Nedney. Do you guys remember this play?
I know exactly where you're going here.
And he kicks it short, and the wind is just blowing this thing. And then the camera like pans down, and here Nathan Vashner catches it. That's a name, right? And returns it 108 yards for a touchdown with no time on the clock right before halftime. And I swear to God, Urlacher blasted like Fred Beasley or someone like that. Just absolutely. That's what that Grand Slam was yesterday. Rock bottom of hopelessness.
Rock bottom
for now.
There you go. I love how we can do that together.
For now.
But that's the thing. I've always been very consistent about this show.
For now.
Don't ever say this is rock bottom, because this team will find a new way to make you eat those words.
After the Grand Slam, there's a squibber hit.
I know.
And I go, oh, he's throwing this down the line.
Buddy
and he
Kennedy.
had all the time in the world. And what did he do? Threw it right down the line.
So predictable. It was almost like it was part of the script. Like they're looking over the script. It was like, No, Buddy can't make this play. Let's have him throw it away. That'll make it more of a disaster.
Then it's 8-9. They bunt to get the runner over with no outs. And Dylan Smith has no chance of fielding that ball. None whatsoever.
Dylan Smith, man, the real deal, man. He's a friend of the roast, and he just got put into a no-win situation there.
I don't blame him. I don't blame Bivens. I don't blame him. This is what happens when you're a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
I went to the game the night before, right? And again, I had a lot of fun.
It was.
Who are these guys?
Yep. Who's and what's and who's that guy? Never heard of that guy before. And Joe, you got to talk about last night. We play this game. It's become the worst question in Giants baseball. Is this question I'm about to bring up here. The worst question this season is every time we watch one of these 9 things. By the way, 9 losses for the Giants this year when leading in the 9th inning. Second most in baseball behind your Anaheim, Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. But every time a game like this happens, we play you shouldn't have gone with that guy. And that brings up the worst question of Giants baseball in 2026. Well, who would you rather go to there?
They have no options.
There is no answer.
There's no options.
Like, how are you supposed to get answers right on a test when there are no right answers to the test?
But here's what I would say. This is where I go like staff. I question them. How many times this year have they had a reliever finish an inning?
You and I have been on this a lot.
Okay. He goes into the dugout. It's a long inning. He's sitting there waiting. It's not a starter who's accustomed to sitting in there and hanging out and then going back out and finishing. Now, of all the guys, Spencer Bivens has proven he can do that.
He has done it.
He's done some long relief.
He's been a long guy. I think he was originally brought up as a starter, so he's more, let's just say, equipped to do the sit down, get back up thing.
He pitches the 8th. You score a bunch of runs in the 8th inning to go up 6 runs. You move Logan Webb up to win this game.
You've treated this game like a Game 7, essentially.
Exactly. Why not have a new guy come in and just finish this bad boy out?
Again, why not just have Dylan Smith come in with the cleaning? Now, Dylan Smith's been used a lot. His last 3 starts, he's thrown 76 pitches over those 3 starts.
I don't even blame him. I don't blame Bivens.
It's a short career for him, his first year. But, Dylan Smith has never thrown 76 pitches over 3 outings before in his career. His arm's been used a lot over the last week. Understandably so.
Yeah, but everyone
trust
got
him right now.
In the 2 games prior.
I know.
This goes back to when 2 starters go down out of nowhere,
back-to-back
games,
in the
your
first or
bullpen's
second
depleted.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a shame that happened with the bullpen yesterday, Shasky, because the bullpen's been maligned all year long. We'll go to break here in a minute, but what happened yesterday completely wiped off the fact that in the previous 18 innings, the bullpen accounted for 13.2 of those innings. And I think they allowed 1 run in those first 2 games. The bullpen pitched well.
No, they pitched great.
But no one's going to care because of yesterday. And that is...
It's not their fault.
No,
This is the byproduct of a dumpster fire season.
It's just... Joe, I'm watching, it's like a hopeless catastrophe. You're just sitting around waiting for the merciful conclusion. So